It's a little food for thought on the word apocalypse. It's not apocalypse, okay? It really isn't. The phonetic spelling is all that really exists. It is all that can exist. It is the only way to really write or pronounce words is phonetically. And yes, phonetics holds the word phone, a net, and ticks, blood-sucking ticks with a net and a phone, okay? Now, when you dig into these words phonetically, there is always, they have to flip some words around. Apocalypse is not apocalypse, it's a C-O-P, a cop, a lips, okay? A lips is in there because of the word like eclipse, a lips. It's going to be a cop, a lips. It also has to do with the pronunciation of things about this situation. That's why almost every video now, if you pay attention, it has anything to do with the ice. You'll hear someone in the background say, "Are you a cop or are you an ICE agent? Are you a cop? Tell me, are you a cop?" It's always that because this is the apocalypse starting from the lips. It's not me being clever. I've looked at this for so many years, our language. What's been done to us is very simplistic. The phonetics, the Phoenicians are actually, I would have to say, basically retarded, okay? I don't really care for that word, but I don't know what else to put there. They're not wise, they're not smart. Don't ever give them credit. If you want to look into these things, it just takes a few moments. They were someone that had power to begin with and tampered with the language, and then they play out the language as well, okay? Now, as things are spelled, they also accomplish things that way too. Like apocalypse. If you look at it how it's not phonetically spelled, of course there's things within that as well. That's part of it also. But you have to keep in mind also, they have had many, many thousands of years to get to where they're at right now. Okay, this didn't happen 200 years ago with the 1776 Agenda 21. Yes, that's when Agenda 21 started, 1776. Add up 1776, see what you have. The apocalypse. Now, there are countless spells within that, phonetically and not. When I say that phonetics is where it's really at, the phonetic spelling of things and pronunciations, that is the bottom line, the root of this poisonous plant, which is our language, our land gauge. Our land gauge is what has, messed up everyone. It causes truth seekers not to see the truth when it's right in plain sight. It causes division worldwide. They want us to speak different languages all over the world. Of course they would. Could you imagine if this many people spoke the same language and prayed? Or if they decided they didn't like what was going on? You have to keep people in control with spells. And yes, that is why you have the gospel. And why do we say that? Well, it's the gospel or gospel. A lot of people will say gospel. Either way, it's wrong. It's go spell. You don't need two L's at the end of a word to pronounce L, okay? That was also part of the land gauge confusion here. So just thought I'd throw that out there because it's very obvious what they're doing by the actors in the background. The last one I saw, and there's been quite a few, there's always a guy in the background that says, "Oh, I'm ex-military. I demand you tell me if you're a cop or not." The emphasis on that now, okay? And you're going to have anti-ICE everything. Because anti-ICE is almost pronouncing Antichrist. Okay? Just like in Christmas, nobody pronounces the T because it's Antichrist as well, okay? Anti-ice is nothing more than a brainwashing word to get people to pronounce Antichrist. Christ, okay? Antichrist. No one hardly ever will pronounce it that way. A few of us will, but most people say Christ without a T. And that's the Antichrist. You won't even hear the T, it's silent. Again, a phonetic tampering of the language. And that's why people, pretty soon they're going to be saying Merry Christmas without a T. So if you have any comments or questions on this, please leave them. And yes, apocalypse is not apocalypse. It is, but it isn't. I hope you understand what I'm trying to share. One word has so much going on with it. And APOC backwards is COP. And yes, it's also POC. It's multitasking. APOC is also your personal computer. Okay? That would be your phones from the phonetics. So clearly, this is, the beginning of a downhill go at things. Well, we already know that, but I'm here to tell you, it's too clear to me with what they have in the acting that they're ready to do whatever they want, okay? And with this Charlie skirt thing, and that one is just beyond belief. The warnings on it are so explicit. Charlie. Now, if your name is Charlie, it doesn't mean you have a lie in you, but Charlie, C-H-A-R, and then stop for a moment, you have L-I-E, Charlie skirt. His name has the word lie in it, and the word C, and then you have H-A-R, turn that backwards is Ra. Do you see Ra lie? This manipulation has not been going on for a few hundred years. Not even for a few thousand years. I'm going to stand on this fact. I believe AI has been here tampering with humanity for literally probably God only knows how long. Okay? The earth just happens to be 6,000 years old. Come on. That is clearly something's up with that. All right? If anything, it's a day is a year in God's eyes, and you have 6,000 years. Well, that'd be a lot more than 6,000 years, wouldn't it? They have been here running and ruining this place for countless years. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Now, I'm not saying they can't be stopped, and they won't be, but people have to remember, your Bibles have been tampered with. Well, we only fight against the spirits of the air, not the flesh. Wrong. That couldn't be any more obvious, I hope. If you don't think you're also battling against flesh here and rulers of the land, you would have to sit down and really recalibrate everything. It's too obvious that is what's going on. As well, not just the stupid spirits of the air, but their moronic flesh line that they have here. Okay, I think I'll stop there. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them. Iron sharpens iron, and thank you for all the prayers.